As you said, that gesture of even the constructing that presidential retreat in Northeast will certainly send some very good, powerful message. But at the same time, my question, I'll repeat my question, because have you seen in last 5 years or 10 years significant initiatives, real initiatives which can transform the socio-economic plight of the tribals on the ground? Have you seen, and if you have seen, can you name one or two such initiatives that you have seen impact in your own state?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, I can give a whole list of them, but let me just stick to 2-3 of these issues. Now, when we took over the government in 2018, there were many programs that were being run by the government of India. And we realized that there was a bit of shortcoming from the local governance point of view. And I'm happy to inform you that all the same schemes that were running, where Meghalaya was ranking at number 23, number 24, number 25 in the country, in matter of 3-4 years today, we have tripled, the amount of budget allocation that has come into those same schemes, and today we are one of the top performing in the country. And the reason I'm telling you this is that it's not that government of India had not been giving funds. There has to be efforts from both sides. So while the money comes in, the state governments and the local governments have to ensure that the implementation and delivery takes place. Now, just to give you an example, we were like at the bottom in terms of MG and REGA. Today we are at the top 3 in the country in terms of the growth that has taken place. We have tripled the budget that we had. We have seen so many schemes like, for example, the PPM-GSY schemes. Again, we have almost, the amount has gone up 5 times compared to what we used to get in 2017-18. When it comes to small things like vaccination, we used to be ranked 26. Today we are ranked number 3 in the country. What I'm trying to tell you is that clearly the focus of government of India has always been towards states which are backward and have got critical problems. But I think the local governments also have the responsibility to ensure that implementation takes place at the grassroots. Many schemes, I'll just give you examples since you asked me for specific schemes. Today, when we started off, we had 4,000 houses that had got water through pipe. 4,000. I have about total 5.5 lakh families, houses of 5,80,000 in the rural areas which require tapped water. Out of these 5,80,000, only 4,000 had pipes. Today, in a matter of 1.5 to 2 years, we're almost touching 3 lakh houses. So now, government of India has, so that's 50%, more than almost close to 50% of what has to be done. Government of India has started this beautiful program called Jal Jeevan Mission. And this is having a direct impact on the lives of the people. I mean, I'm sure, Kaushik, you must have seen these sites yourself, being a person from the Northeast and from rural areas. It's simple things like these. I went to a village where this Jal Jeevan was implemented. And, I couldn't help but I saw the woman and I asked her, and she had tears in her eyes, because she was mentioning about how she had to walk for, 3, 4, 5 hours to get water up the hill. And today the water comes to their house. So it might look like a very small thing for city, but the impact it had as a rural levels is huge. So like that, there are many examples, but I think I can see the clock ticking. So I will not, and I saw your eyes go on the clock also. So I'll cut short my answer.
Development has also come at a cost, because we are seeing now in the Northeast, especially in the context of Northeast, we are seeing cloudburst, unusual rainfalls, floods that we had never seen earlier, and question mark are being raised about railway stations, railway projects. So how do you balance, as the Chief Minister of one of the most significant states, how do you balance this development and also protecting the ecology, the sensitive ecology of Northeast?
Yeah, I think you've put it the right way, Kaushik, because striking this balance is actually one of the toughest decisions that I think any government policymaker will have to take, is this balance between economy and ecology. And for one, I always have believed that we need to work towards ensuring that we reach this balance. Will it be perfect? It never will be. Will we have situations where some decision was taken and it went wrong? I'm sure. More than 60-70% of the time that could happen. Now, the accidents that happened in my state or in Manipur because of development work that came in can be seen from different angles. Now, so does that mean we stop development? Absolutely not. But I think some of these situations are unpredictable. We can't say. I can tell you that in the last 60, 70 years, we have not seen the kind of rain and the cloud burst and the kind of intensity of the rain that took place in a matter of 3 hours. We saw one of the biggest rivers in our state in Meghalaya go up by 50 feet in 3 hours. So you can just imagine the amount of rain that came in. Now, can you blame that on development activities because of which then the roads got washed away?
Climate change is a result of
you're
developmental
right.
activity.
So now we need to, as we move along, what is important that we need to learn from these situations. We need to adapt, as they say. We need to mitigate. And we need to figure out how we move forward and improve as we go forward. But is this going to continue to happen? It may. Is there a solution to it? Really can't say. It all depends, is relative to the situation you face. But yes, I think proper planning, proper design, and proper involvement of different experts before taking any kind of these development decisions could help in reducing the number of cases of these accidents taking place, which obviously will save hundreds of lives also.